A budget is a roadmap. I'm going to say that again. A budget is a roadmap. A budget gives us freedom and flexibility to make financial choices. That is all it is. A tool that gives us freedom and flexibility to make financial choices. Hello and welcome back to Seb Talks Money. This is a place where we talk about tools and tips that build wealth, crush debt, and gain financial freedom. We have fun while we learn here at Seb Talks Money. Join us at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Sunday afternoon for, again, tools and tips to build wealth, crush debt, and gain financial freedom. So today, you've surmised by now that we are talking about budgeting, and I want to demystify budgets. It's simply a roadmap. It's nothing that will cause you to turn your hair gray. We just have to learn how to utilize a budget so that we make it seamless in our lives. How many things have you approached in life where at first you thought, maybe you went off to college and you were so filled with trepidation because you thought, oh my God, I don't know anybody on this campus. And before you knew it, you had a group of friends, you were doing well in school, or you went off in the workplace. You didn't know anybody. And it was your first job out of college. And you had to learn the tools of the trade. You had to learn what to do. Well, a budget is the same way. It is a roadmap. It is simply a tool that guides us, that we can use to guide us to make financial choices. So let me check the chat before I dive into this information. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Debbie. And hi, Asian American Legal Focus. Thank you for joining us today. All right. So again, I want to share the really demystified budget. Basically, a budget is you're taking a tool, you're taking what's coming in, what's going out. Pretty much. That's a budget. And a lot of people tend to get caught up on the numbers part of things. And they get so caught up in thinking that a budget is restrictive that they never try to figure out how to make their money work for them. So today, again, I want to try to demystify a budget. All it is, what's coming in, what's going out. How much of that money that's coming in can I make my fun money? Because we want to make sure that we have built some fun into our budget, because if we don't, it's going to become restrictive and then we're going to give up. And I don't want you to give up, okay? All right. So one of the first things you want to think about as you make your budget is thinking about your why. Why do you think a budget should be important to you, or tracking? Let's not use the word budget, our spending plan. What is it that I want to achieve in creating this spending plan? What is my why? Do I want to pay off debt? Do I want to plan for a trip? Do I want to plan for my children's education? Do I want the freedom to go into a store and purchase whatever I want without counting my pennies? What is my why? Why do I think that a budget is important? Because if you don't think a budget or tracking your money or having a spending plan is important, then this is not going to be beneficial to you. If you think that in order to have some control over my spending, what's coming in, what's going out, in order to control that, then I need to have some tool in place, whatever that tool is, in place to be able to manage that. Then this session is going to be of import to you. For me, I don't use budgeting tools like the apps and all of that. I don't use those because I first started off using paper and pen. And I will tell you why I started in a little bit, but I started using paper and pen, and then I graduated to an Excel spreadsheet, and that's what I use. I use an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm going to kind of take you through a quick worksheet in Excel that you can use if you are Excel savvy, and you can use the same format on paper and pen. But I would suggest that if you're just starting out with a budget, that you do paper and pen or Excel to start with before you use some of those fancy application apps. Because what they do is, if you are not technically savvy, then you get turned off by it, and before you know it, you give up on doing your budget. So I don't want you to give up. So I want you to start with pen and paper and or Excel first. So the first thing you want to think about is my why. Why do I think tracking is important? Then if it is, then you want to create a medium to be able to do that. Now, there are only two things. Well, three things you can do with your money. Well, let me back up. There are three ways you can look at your money. That's what I want to try to say. You can increase your income, decrease your expense, or both. Increase your income, decrease your expenses, or do both. And that's the only thing you can do with in terms of how you manage your money. So I want you to look at what's coming in when you set up your income, when you set up your sheets, your spreadsheet or your paper or whatever it is. Look at your income. Do I have enough coming in to cover the expenses that I have? If I don't, how can I increase that? Or how can I get rid of some of these expenses? If you are, if you think you have enough coming in, then how can you categorize your expenses to make sure that everything is covered and you can still invest, you can save, and you can still have fun? Because you don't want to take the fun out of your budget, because if you do, you're going to give up. Okay. So you cannot save your way to wealth. So you need to figure out a way to make more money, reduce expenses, or do both in order to have the money to invest and to save for emergency fund, or save to buy a car, or save for that rainy day fund, or to go on that trip. Because you cannot count your credit cards as part of income, because a lot of people do that. They count their credit card as part of income, and before you know it, they're in over their head in debt. And I don't want that for you. All right, so I've said a lot, so let me go backwards. Let me go back. Oh, hi, Debbie. Thank you for that. This is actually the flowers are from, I'm showing off my flowers. That's one of the Christmas gift from my daughter. So I'm showing that off. She got me this beautiful vase. And the flowers, it's looking like blue, but it's really purple. It's really a great, really nice purple. And this is kind of a red, and this is more orange, it's yellow. The colors are not really coming through. Well, the way I look at it on my camera, it's not coming through as vibrant as these are. But these are my favorite. This is my favorite color palette. And if you notice, most of my videos are yellows and purples and oranges, because that's my favorite color palette. Thank you for admiring my beautiful flowers. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for joining us. All right, so let's go backwards. And I said a lot, so let me go backwards. And before I start on talking about showing you some numbers for budgeting, I want to show you this little calculation that I discovered. And let me share my screen. And application, and it's this one. Okay, so if you're seeing my screen, you should be seeing my screen. And this was a wake-up call for me. There are 260 work days, and what I did is I just took 52 weeks times 5, 260 work days, because of course there are holidays and all that, but I just kind of rounded it up. 260 work days. And if you're spending, let's say, maybe $5-10 for breakfast, $15 for lunch, you're spending about 25. I'm not even talking about dinner, per day, work day, right? So at the end of the year, you're spending $6,500. Okay, 365 days. Let's say you add out every day, whether it's, I'm just going to round to say $25, and you add out every day, whether it's between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's close to $10,000 that you're spending every day. Now, I eat out. So I'm not telling you you can't eat out. What I'm trying to show you is how things add up. My wake up call for my budget was when I got my first job out of college, and I may have shared it before. I got my first job out of college in Mississippi. I had been maybe 5 years or so from Jamaica, so of course I knew nobody. And I lived in Mobile, Alabama, which is right across the bridge. And I love to read. So I was in the bookstore, Barnes and Noble in Mobile, Alabama, just about every night. And I was on the weekends, I was definitely there for hours. And I always left with books. And it was like $5 or so. And they weren't even educational books. They were just books that took me out of my world. And I enjoy reading. So I was always buying books. And somebody gave me a little budget booklet. And I started tracking my expenses. And that was an eye opener for me because I was spending nearly $300 every month on books that really did not edify, did not do anything but it was just to pass the time and just enjoyment. Now, I'm not saying I can't you can't enjoy things or you can't, have those kinds of things in your budget. But what it did is it helped me realize that I wasn't even contributing to my 401k at the time. I wasn't even doing any of those things, but I was having fun. I was reading. I was enjoying myself. But what it did was wake me up to see that I need to create categories for my money, create categories so that I can spend and I can have fun, but I need to think about my future. Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen, and I am going to just show you a simple way just to create a budget. First, before you even do that, I would suggest that you track your spending for at least 30 days. We don't realize how much we spend on certain things. When we go to the grocery store, go to the grocery store all the time. We go to the dollar store. We go to all these little places, and we spend money, and we don't realize how much it adds up. So in order for you to even come up with a budget to say, how much do I want to spend on groceries? How much do I want to spend on clothes for the month? How much do I want to set aside for my car repairs? How much do I want to set aside for my fund money? All of that, investments, whatever, to saving for my child's education. How much do I want to spend for all of that? In order to do that, we have to go backwards. And backwards is tracking our money for at least 30 days. This is the part where a lot of people give up because, especially for those who are free spirit. Now, I'm anal. I love numbers. So for me, this is the fun part of creating a budget. For my daughter, this is the headache of creating a budget because she is a free spirit. She doesn't like to deal with numbers. So even if you don't like to deal with numbers, can you please do me a favor and start here? Track your spending for at least 30 days. See where and write everything down. When you eat out, the little things. It's not the big things like the rent and you know what those are. You know what the rent is. You know what the utilities are. You know what the telephone bills are. You know what those are. I'm talking about the little things. Track those for me for 30 days. Just please do me that favor. And you are going to, if you are not shocked, then you're doing an awesome job. Because as much as I'm good with money, I was shocked at the categories and how much I was spending in different areas. So I want you to do me that favor and track for 30 days. Now, I also want you to think about the things that you don't spend money on a monthly basis. I pay my car loan, not car loan. I don't have a car loan. I pay my car insurance every 6 months. I pay my life insurance every 6 months. I pay my disability insurance every quarter. Those things are not monthly expenses. But so what I have to do is take that total and divide it by 6 in instance of the car insurance and the life insurance, and divide by 3 in the sense of the disability insurance, so I can see what my monthly outgoing amount is. Because a lot of times we forget those. And then when the property tax bill comes, we're scrambling trying to find ways to pay for that. So I want you to build that into your monthly expenses. So track for 30 days. Think about all the things that you don't pay on a monthly basis and divide them by whatever the amount is. If it's a 6-month thing, it's a 12-month, divide by 12, and put that as part of your monthly expense, because that is going to really show you, do I have enough money every month to take care of my expenses? Because you don't want to depend on, again, the credit card. You don't want to depend on a refund from Uncle Sam. And that's another pet peeve I have about the refund, which we talked about before, but I won't go into that right now because I don't want you to loan Uncle Sam no money, okay? All right, so let me jump into this Excel spreadsheet and show you quickly how you can. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. All right, so how you can quickly create a budget, and I hope you were able to see my screen. And again, it is not a restrictive thing. It is a thing to give you freedom. I don't remember when I get paid. I don't have to track when I get paid. And that's not to boast. It's to show you that because I have pretty much automated my finances, I don't have to worry about when I get paid because everything is automated. I have tracked it enough that I know what's coming in and what's going out. And for you, it might take, if you haven't done this, it may take 3 months. It may take 4 months. That's okay. You don't have to, after the first month, if everything is not okay, you've made a mistake in your budget, I don't want you to beat yourself up. It's okay, because I can tell you, it will take me all day to sit here and tell you how many mistakes I've made in my budgeting. Okay, so I don't want you to get discouraged because you don't have a handle on your numbers. The tracking is going to help you get a handle on your numbers. And of course, I'm available. If you want to look in the description of the video, you will see a link that says work with me. So you can always make an appointment with me and I can help you get your budget together. Because I want you to get your money together in 2021, because there are lots of opportunities for stocks. There are lots of opportunities for investments. And I want you to have your money together so you can take advantage of those. I don't want you to be scrambling, and when the opportunities come, you're not prepared, because you want to be prepared so when the opportunities come, you can grab them. But anyway, so I created a quick little spreadsheet here. And basically all I did was just go across the top here, and I created for each month. And I created down here, this section here is just my summary of what's below. So in my income section, I have my paycheck, $100 a month, right? My side gig, maybe from my side gig, I'm getting $25 a month, right? So now my total income that I have that I'm dealing with is $125. I know for disbursements, expenses, outgoings, whatever you want to call it. And again, there is no hard and fast rule as to how you set up the spreadsheet. Believe me, I have so many different ways that I set up spreadsheets for my clients that it's not funny. It's whatever works for you. Okay. So disbursements, your mortgage, utilities, and what you want to do is you want to separate your fixed expenses, because mortgage is fixed. It's a certain amount every month. And let me back up to say that this quick little spreadsheet that I'm showing you, that I'm demonstrating here, is for somebody who has fixed income. This is not for those with irregular income, because you have to do something completely different when you have irregular income. This is for somebody who will have a fixed paycheck. So you want to look at where all the money is coming from. And you notice I don't have student loans here, and I don't have credit card in the income section, because they're not no income. They're not income. Okay. Disbursements, expenses. So you want to have your fixed area of disbursements. And let me just insert spreadsheet here. And I have a spreadsheet that I can give you. I will put it in the description of the video, so that you can start creating your own spreadsheet. So I will put a link for the spreadsheet that I have for a couple of the spreadsheets. You can look at them and see which one you like. And I will put that in the description of the video when this is live is over. So you want to look at your fixed expenses first, because those are things that really you can't do much about. You can't do much about it. Maybe insurance, you can call the car insurance place and the auto insurance company, and you can talk to them to see ways that you can get some discounts, or you can find maybe change insurance company. Believe me, I am famous for that. Because you raised my insurance and I didn't have an accident, I just pick up the phone and I call another insurance company and like, what rates you have? Okay, no, I don't like that. Call another one. What rate you have? And I'm changing insurance companies all the time. I'm called utilities. Unfortunately, I can't change those, but I call every company you can think of that you do business with. Your telephone company, your internet company. Call them and try to get the discount. The discount they're offering to new people. Call them and get those discounts. Don't be afraid. Don't get so stagnant in who you're doing business with that you're afraid to call somebody and get a lower rate. It's your money. Do what you need to do to make the most out of it. So you want to have your fixed expenses because again you can't do much about those, and then your flexible spending, things like going out to eat. Maybe for the month of December, you're going to give more gifts. So going out to eat, probably you're going to lower that expense. So going out to eat is going to be flexible. It's going to change based on the month and who has birthdays or anything like that. So eating out may be part of your flexible spending. Um, what else? Clothes buying, buying clothes, right? Another thing that may be part of your flexible spending is getting your hair did. Getting your hair did. So, hairdresser. If you like going for can't spell. If you like getting massages, you might want to have that as part of your budget. All the things again that you want to do to make your life easy. Don't cut out the fun stuff because I don't want you to deprive yourself. You just need to figure out how to shift your money to make your money work for you. And again, you can make more, reduce your expense, or do both. And I'm kind of all over the place with this video. I don't know why I'm doing this because this is not how I practice or scheduled for it to for me to talk about this video. But as things come to my mind, I'm kind of just like jumping on I'm jumping on different topics. But basically, I just want you to consider your income sources, consider your expenses, and how you can change those up to make your money work for you, because that's what it's all about. A budget is not restrictive. It is about freedom to choose, to make financial choices. It's freedom to say to your girlfriend, I'm not going out tonight because I'm saving to invest in an educational course. It's freedom to say to your kids, listen, we're going to fix lunches. We're going to pack lunches this week. We're going to have leftovers this week. This is the get them involved in creating a menu. Get them involved in creating a menu for the week. And so you can say, okay, this is what we're going to eat for this week. We're not going to go out because we want to go on that vacation to Europe. So the freedom of choice is what a budget gives you. And I hope you got out of this. I hope you got some things out of this, because I promise you, I'm like all over the place with this because I get so excited and I think about things that I want to share and I kind of jump on it, and then my structure that I had for this video is out the door. Oh my gosh. So again, the key points to remember is your income. How can you manage your income to make it work for you? Do I need to make more? If you can't make more, how can I reduce my expenses? And believe me, you can always reduce your expenses. And I shared before, I don't even have a TV service. I got rid of TV. I don't watch TV. That expense, I got rid of it when I was trying to pay it on my student loans. I'm still trying to pay it on my student loans. But when I was really gung-ho about it at the beginning, when I was really trying to get it down to below a certain point, I got rid of TV. I got rid of a lot of things and I got me a library card and stopped buying books. Right now, I get a newsletter every month, every week, every day from bookbub.com, bookbub, bub.com, and it has in there free books, and that's what I use. I have not bought a book. Well, let me take it back. I have bought some educational books, but I have not bought like my fun escapism books in years. One or two, maybe, because I have decided that that's not priority right now. My priority is investing in myself and investing in courses, investing in things like I just bought me a ring light. How is it? How is the ring light? I just bought a ring light, and I just bought a. I'm. What else did I buy for my? And I bought a new computer because my other computer fell apart. So these are things I'm investing in, and so it's how can I increase my income? Right now, I'm not in a position to increase my income the way I want to. I do increase my income in investments. I have some passive income streams that I'm using, but my main focus right now is cutting expenses. And so whatever works for you, whether it's increasing your income or reducing your expenses. And again, I'm available to help you. And all you have to do is go into the description of the video and click on work with me. And I will set up a session. You can set up a session, get on my calendar to be able for me to help you to get your money right for 2021. All right, so let me jump in the comments again and see. Asian American Legal Focus said, congratulations on over 200 subscribers. Yeah, that was my goal for December 31st, but it happened on January 1st. So, hey, I'll still take it. Sandy, did I greet Sandy already? Hi, Sandy. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, I think you're new to my channel. Hi. Thank you so much for stopping by. I promise you, I'm not usually this scattered with my content, but for some reason today, everything is just all over the place. But you can check out some of my backlist and for subjects that interest you. And hopefully you can subscribe and come back. We do this live 4:30 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday afternoon. Judy is saying this is inspirational. We all need to be reminded of the need to budget. Yeah, and we can call it whatever we want. It doesn't have to be budget, but it's just a way to control what's coming in, what's going out, and manage it to the best of our ability so that we have the freedom of choice. And if you are new here and have not followed Asian American Legal Focus, she's a content creator around legal issues. So please go follow her or her channel. She makes legal stuff fun. So please go follow her. And Debbie was here before. Where is her thing? Please follow Debbie Esplin. She's also a content creator, and she talk about budgeting around inexpensive meals and things to do in the kitchen, tools in the kitchen, and how you can use those things in a healthy way, and also how you can help the environment. So please go follow Debbie Esplin and Asian American Legal Focus. They have been great supporters, and I love to give back. Judy said my lighting looks great. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get up there. I don't do the B-rolls and all them fun stuff, but I'm trying to get to focus more on my content, but at the same time, I want to make it so that you guys want to come back. So again, the bottom line of what I wanted to share here today is that a budget is not restrictive. It gives you freedom. And the budget component is income and disbursements. And you can increase your income, you can reduce your expenses, or you can do both. And in the expenses or disbursement category, it's about what do you put in there? You have your fixed expenses like your mortgages, your utilities. Those are fixed expenses. You got to pay that. If you don't pay your light, it gets cut off. And then you have your flexible spending for things that you can take out. You can add in, take out. Do you really need internet? I mean, not internet. Do you really need cable? Because most of the times we're not even watching. We're not even watching cable. And even if we're watching cable, nothing is on TV. And that's one of the reasons I turned it off, because really there's nothing. So why am I paying $80 to $100 a month when I can use that to invest in something that can give me some passive income return? And then before you start your budget, you want to track to make sure that you're capturing everything that you're spending money on, all the little things that get out. There's a Bible scripture that talk about the fox that gnaw at the grape, and it's the little things. It's the little things that slip us up, get us off track. So you want to make sure you're tracking to capture those little things. And again, the other thing I wanted to make sure I bring out here is that when you're doing your budget, you don't have to use an app. You don't have to even use a spreadsheet. You can start with paper and pen, just tracking everything, or just put it in your phone. Every day as you spend something, you just keep track of it in your phone, and then if you can download it somewhere or put it on a spreadsheet at the end of the month just to see what you spent, and that's gonna help you corral your spending. And then if you need to increase your income, there are many, many ways you can do that, whether it's passive income, whether it's doing a side gig or whatever. But the bottom line is, how can we make what we have work for us? So again, thanks everyone for coming by. And I know I'm going to have to do another budget video because I was all over the place with this one. So thank you for coming by, and I hope you come back on next Sunday. And if you have not yet subscribe, please subscribe, comment, share, and like this video, and so that other people will know that we're here on Sunday afternoon. Because again, my goal for 2021 is to make an impact on at least 10,000 women. And I want to do that. Part of making that impact is through this YouTube channel. So spread the word so that others will come and join us. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful Sunday afternoon.